Hey everybody, this is Jechta Plays, and today we're going to paint this wooden grate. We started in the first video, of course, with the sculpt, and this is what we have so far. It's maybe not the best looking grate ever, but it is what it is, right? But now we're going to paint over it. So I'm going to get rid of the grid snap. We don't need that anymore. We don't need this anymore. There we go. And now we're going to find a good color. Now, I always do with coloring, I'm layering the sculpts. That's what I always do. So I'm going to first pick a wooden color. This is probably not going to be the color that it's going to be look like, because we're going to change eventually the settings itself. So let me place this in the mixer. Mix it a little bit. We don't need to turn it around, by the way. Okay, and now I need to opacity a little bit lower, subblend. So this is going to be the base layer, right? So equal it blip. There we go. Too dark, absolutely. That's absolutely too dark, but that's why we're going to now layer the whole thing. So I put first the darker part into the bottom, and then we're going to put it lighter. And I'm going to use the wedge technique again. I was kind of happy with this technique, and so I'm going to continue with that. And just stretch this a little bit out, then put the hole inside. I know there are a lot of different techniques to do this. Okay, I don't need to have mirror mode for this. I do need server snap this time, and we're going to make it smaller, very small. And then I'm going to use the minimal cues presets of this and put the opacity as low as possible. And then we're going to, that is still too much, so we need to go lower than that. But yeah, this is this is something that I kind of find it nice to do. I know there are a lot of different ways to get good wooden textures. But I think that the wedge technique was a really nice way for me to go for this. So that's why I'm doing this. And I'm not saying that this is the best technique or anything. Absolutely not. This is not going to be the look as well, because it's still too dark, and it still has really weird looking. This one I'm going to put in mirror mode, by the way, because we have that on the other side happening. But I kind of find the wedge technique that I also used on the bamboo. I think personally for me that was the best way to get it's fast, but it's also thermo friendly solution. Yeah. Should not do this in mirror modes. Get rid of that. And like I said, there are so many different ways to get wooden textures, and people come up with such amazing wooden texture techniques. And I know that there are a lot of different ways to get certain textures. Personally, this is just this is a prop. This is something you're going to see in the world, and it doesn't have to look like super high quality wooden texture, because like the player is not going to even notice it probably. Like they're just like walking past by this by this asset, so they're not really going to see it at all. So why should you like paying so many on a thing? Now I can understand like if you want to make like the most realistic asset ever, I can understand you want to pay more attention to the details, but for me personally, I don't need to do that, and I don't want to do that. Okay, I'm going to do the other side, and then we're going to get like this way around. And once we have done that, then I can go back in the mirror mode, because then everything that we still have to do can be done in mirror modes. But this part we cannot yet, so this one is going to be without mirror mode. But once we have done these, we can start mirror moding. Finish the prop. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going for settings in. So we're going to probably make it a little bit lighter. I think I want to have like light wood. Not Elijah wood, but light wood. I want to have like lighter wood. Because I think that's a little bit better for the environment and the looks of it. Like if you want to have like more details on the sculpt, you can do that by like making the wood not so look perfect anymore, but just like make it like very old and cut things out and stuff like that. So that's like still what you can do. Okay. Yeah, we still need to do the bottom. Then we're going to twist it one more time. Get rid of the grid, of course. And then we're going to continue. But yeah, there's so many wood technique that you can do. You just have to find the best way for yourself to see. I first did the wooden textures with the cone technique, something that I found out myself, and even though it did create a nice texturing, but I really felt that I was like using too much time to finish it, or to get like a decent looking wood, and I really was finding myself, what is the quickest way, or the fastest way to get a wooden texture? And it happens to be that like when I was like doing the bamboo the Shishidoshi creation, I kind of find it that the wedge technique was like the best solution. I was a little bit surprised, to be honest. Because like I never did that before, but I kind of do like the wedge technique. All right, so that is, now we can go into mirror mode, because everything is now left can be done in mirror mode. So let's do that. And the fun thing is with the wedge technique, like you can like do crazy stuff like this, like oh, and yeah, this is something that I think still it's I'm not saying that this is the best technique, but I'm using this technique from now on because like it's super fast and fun. Let me flip this over so I can see what I'm doing. go. I know we can use Studio Light. Then we side as well. Okay. We need to flip it one more over. Yep. There we go. Then we can do this. Oh, we need to do this one as well. Of course. So we're going to flip it on the side. There's so many sides on this. And because we are in mirror mode, like it's now doing the other side as well for us. Very convenient. Like you don't really want to have like a mirror mode happening on the top because that will look really strange if you do that. Trying to make sure that all the sides gets hit. There we go. Wooden texture, and we are still at 1%, so we're still doing totally fine. Okay, so that is done. Now we can tweak the sculpt itself. Because like I don't really like the looks of it, so I think I'm going a little bit go for the red side. And let me see if we can get it a little bit more decent. And 65 minus 10 gave you a little bit of the. I think I'm going to go for, so I do a little bit more shininess, like 45. Okay, I'm going to test a little bit like one of my settings to see how it looks in the environment. So we can change here a little bit of like the settings. I think that like the amount of should not be like it needs to be like still have reflection going on, but not too much. Like wood is not always reflecting too much. Always a little bit like puzzling. See how it looks on. I think what we can still do is like add up a little bit more detail here and there. Oh, did I forgot this side? Yeah, not really. That looks a little bit strange. I'm not really sure if I like this. A darker brown. Do that. Like the thing why it looks so weird because like it's so clean and wood is not really that clean. So what we can do is like put some things on that makes it more like look okay. Now I can like still paint if I want over it. Maybe go for a little bit of different woods. But I think what I'm also going to do is just cut the planks a little bit here and there, just to make it more believable. Because like wood is not in the straight line at all. So with that, what I mean is just that we're going to the stamp shape, and we're just going to cut it a little bit. Because like wood is never like wood never looks perfect. Like it's like it's in. It always is like, and especially like this is because like it's an older creation, so so yeah, like of course like it's not like perfectly. And also creating a little bit of like a bump effect, which makes it more believable. Still not really sure if I go for okay, we should not do this in mirror mode. Let's get rid of the mirror mode. Just like damaging the wooden planks a little bit. Again, I do not really know if I go for this color still. It looks really weird if I do this. Maybe different a little bit darker. I'm just like trying like to see what the best solution is. I mean, you kind of want to put like texturing as well. Like you want, of course, like make sure like the textures looks okay. Although you don't really want to like spend too much time on cutting and stuff like that, because like that can like increase graphics thermo and stuff like that. But I kind of want to make it as old as possible. And as you can see, I'm still using the wedge technique, so I've not really changed anything in at all. Like I'm still using the same technique. I'm still using the wedge technique that I have been using all this time. And that's basically what I'm doing right now. I really find this pretty much like satisfying to watch, because like it's really fun to do this stuff. I think that the colors needs to be I still think I'm going for a lighter version of this. I'm not using smear. You can also like use smear technique, but smear technique will add up more like complexity on the sculpt. So I don't really want to do that at all. Just stamp. Stamp is all what you need, guys. It's all what you need. That's a little bit too much. And if I did it like all correctly, we're still in 1%. We're still in 1%, so that's good. Totally good. This is so satisfying to do. I'm not like saying that this is like super good or anything. It's just more like a tryout for me as well, because like, yeah, you're always trying to figure out what is the best technique for something, right? So you always try to... I think I'm going to go for a lighter box. Okay, we need to put like this one on. I don't know, I'm not really feeling it right now. Maybe... I don't know. What do you guys think? It feels like it's... I think I went a little bit too much on crazy on the cuttings here. Whoa. Yeah, that's way too much cuttings. We don't need to go nuts with this at all. Did I remove the longer one? Yeah, I did. Come on. We only need a few cuttings. We don't need to have that many happening. Okay. Before, like, I need to do something. We need to change into it, so I don't forget. Okay, so I'm still not know about the color yet. I'm still not really sure about the colors. Maybe keep it just dark. But I kind of want to maybe do a painting over it a little bit. And I'm going for a little bit of beige, but is that working? No. Don't twist it. um, are we still in the... Yeah. Still. I kind of want to have like a mixture between like dark and light. Just tap it a few times. I think it's better. It's a little bit more lighter. And we're just keeping the same wedge technique for this. I think I like this a lot better. You have to keep the thermo an eye on. Like I don't want to like spend too much time on painting. Just the longer you paint. This one I went a little bit too much with the cuttings as well, so I'm going to get rid of that. Like these are very unnecessary. That was a little bit too much. Like that was definitely a little bit too much. And also on the top here as well. We don't really need that. It's really not needed. Like you want to try to make it just a little bit too clean as possible. I think I'm going to get rid of a few here as well. So not necessary. Keep it simple is often the best. Okay. We need to flip it. Okay. I went a little bit nuts on here as well, I see. Like normally you don't really see it when you are in when you are in certain lights, so you're not really like seeing that. So changing into a better lighting environment, you will see the mistakes you're making. But the beauty about Dreams is that like no matter if you make a mistake, you can always get rid of it. And I went a little bit nuts on this part as well, I see. But I can, this one is fine. I think I like this. Like, this is totally fine. Okay, let's flip it more over again. To this side, so we're going to make this side a little bit brighter. There you go. Nice. And then do the sides. As well. These things here. Okay. Let's flip it one more over. Yeah, this one is like this one I went nuts with this here, so I don't like this. Like this weekend I got rid of a few stuff here and there. I went a little bit too nuts on here as well. Like, we don't really need to. Okay. And then we can paint. And then we have basically done all the sides. I think we have like done all of them. Maybe this side can have a little bit more attention as well. And now it says +1. That's totally fine. Maybe I do get a little bit rid of some cuttings here. It's a little bit too much. It's a little bit over the top of cutting. Like you wanna let at least a few stay, so like it still looks old and everything. Okay. I think we have it. Looks fine to me. I think this is a lot better than we had before. Let's get rid of this light stuff. Yeah, I think we are done. I don't see much what else we can do. Like we can of course still tweak the settings if we want. Like to make it still fit its colors, but I think that it's fine. We can maybe also do some writings, but maybe I will do that on another crate, so I don't want to like mess this one up and then like so maybe this is like an empty one, and then like we can do like later on we can say like, okay, I want to have like some writings on top of it and on the sides. Alright, so this was the crate sculpt. We can place it in the scene a little bit to see how it looks. Like we can let's do that. Element, and we're going to call this a wooden crate. I don't really know how to call this because like there are so many wooden crates you can wooden crate. There you go. So yeah, there are like a lot of like different versions, of course. And this is just like one of it. So I'm just going to place it in. It's not called Tiny World, by the way, but like in this scene. This is my attempt for the Mecha Penguin level, and now you're seeing a little bit of like the intro. I'm not really sure when I'm going to upload this. I think I'm going to do it after the sub of Mecha Penguin. I'm not sure when I'm going to upload this, so just maybe to avoid the surprise. Okay, I made him actually talk. So well, there is already the talk option, of course, in there. Minimoki already made that, but he is actually like responding to what you're doing. I thought it was a cool idea, and Minimoki gave you basically that option. So it was like a little bit of like puzzling for me. Like I really had to like figure out like what was the best way how to do stuff like that. But you're like walking around in this environment, and you can scan, of course, like every object that he sees for the first time. You can scan. So, for example, this is the first lantern that you come across with, so you can like scan it and just like read a little bit of lore, what it is. And not all objects has great lore. They just tells a little bit of like a funny thing or just like what it is. So in this case, it's just a street lantern. And as you can see, like he's responding to it. Like every object has two options of its thinking. So if you want to read all the dialogue and all the different options or the different answers, just play this game and just play Mecha Penguin game and until you come up with into my level and then check out. So you can like check out the environment. I'm going to show everything because like yeah, I mean I can't do it. Like I think I'm going to upload this after the Mecha Penguin situation. But yeah, this is like my Mecha Penguin level. As you can see, there are like already assets. Like it's basically almost done. There's not really much left to do besides a few. I still need to think about this part. I'm not sure if I will build up here like maybe a mini garden with some lanterns around and maybe another sushi doshi. I don't know. I don't know if I will do that. But maybe like a mini garden or something, or with water. I don't know. I'm thinking about that a lot, or maybe here as well. But maybe I'll leave this one alone. I don't know. Maybe I'll leave it like this. But I kind of want to like put like this little Toro in in its purpose somewhere. So yeah, but you can like scan a few items that you yeah, you see in the world, and they just like yeah, like a penguin is interacting with it. Okay, but we made a crate, so now I have more to put in, and let's see how it looks. So we're going to like place it like randomly into the scene, and it's only +1, so it's only 1% graphics term that is rising up. Question is, do I like its color? And are we going to maybe lighter? We're going to make it a little bit lighter in this scene. You don't. I don't have to do that into the official file, because like we can change the colors anyway. But I do kind of like this. So let's see if we can have a little bit more. I don't know where to place it though. Like, I'm almost pretty much like, I'm like 84% of the graphics, so I went a little bit nuts on the graphics here, but that doesn't mean that we cannot like do more. No, like having a little bit on top. I do kind of like when the street has a little bit of like stuff going on, so like it looks like people have been living here for a while, and it's like I kind of like to have that feeling, right? So when you're like walking around, you want to just make sure that it's maybe like some here as well. I don't know. I always try to find maybe just here in the sunlight so you can see what it is. There we go. And this, by the way, is the portal, so you have to open this portal to continue. Like of course, that's the same portal that you're always seeing in Mega Penguin levels. And mine is a little bit bigger because yeah, bigger. And maybe here, right over here, shadow. Make sure it's not hitting anything else. Now I need to go into Utilize to see that's what I mean. Don't want to have floating items happening. And one on the side as well. Go. And like the reason, like it's still like a little bit dark here, so I'm still trying to figure out what I can do with it. Like I can maybe think of like I have like here like a light going on, and here as well. So maybe put this one a little bit over here, so this one lights up a little bit more. Because I don't want to let the person is totally, or don't know where to go and stuff like that. I can of course make this bigger, but again I don't want to make it too much because like I don't want to make it too bright. And so like, cause there's still, I'm not really like always a big fan of the fuse lights, because like the fuse lights like I don't know, like I have like a really love-hate relationship with the fusing lights in Dreams, because they're not really working like a normal diffuse light. So I have a little bit of like love-hate relationship with these things. I think we can make this a little bit bigger as well. But like this one is very dark. Maybe I can put like here like a lantern or something. so we can like pretend there is like light happening here. Although this is basically the ending of the level, this is where you have to go to the portal, so it doesn't have to be like super like super detailed. Even though like it's already pretty much detailed in this place, but yeah, I don't like want to maybe what we can do is just like having a lantern. What kind of lantern can we do? Maybe I should have, maybe I have to sculpt one, just like a lantern sitting on something. I don't know. Maybe like a lantern on a crate, like an oil lamp or something. Maybe we can do that. Also, I can do that in this video. Then we're going to close this. This is a little bit like an extra for you guys. Also, just to see a little bit of like behind the scenes of my creation. But like what I do is just like I sculpt like assets and then build a world around it, and I really love to do that the most, building the world around it. Okay, so what I was thinking is because like this is like a little bit of a staircase, right? And Mecha Penguin's legs are not so big, so he cannot really walk on this one. So what I have to do, and I can maybe reuse one of these. Did I not build this on grid? Okay, I'll just make a new one. Doesn't matter. Right, so I'm just going to make a little bit of like a staircase, like for him, that he just can walk around on. Maybe a wedge. And this is like a technique that you actually should do as well sometimes, because you sometimes need to have like an invincible. Wow, I really had a brain moment there. Invincible object to use as a collision, because sometimes your character is not always responding well to its environment, and like for example this one here. Okay, we need to place the precise move, but like this. So I'm not really sure if this is like too tall still. So let's test that out and see if we can walk around it. If not, if we like just like slide down or anything, then we need to make it a little bit less steep. Well, let's test it out and see if it's okay. It's still too steep, as you can see. But it can also maybe because the edge of the sculpt. So put it a little bit in front. Will that help? No, it's still too steep for him to walk around it. Like Mecha Penguin, like his legs are very tiny. It's a penguin, of course. So of course it's tiny. So we need to make it less steep for him. I also don't want to make it too obvious. Is this better? That is better. Now you just can like walk over it without any issue. There you go. That's totally what I want. So I'll place this in its line, and just going to make this stretch a little bit like that. Then we're going to color this into blue, so it's for me easier to see if I have some collision stuff going on. Then we're going to copy this one over here, so he can also. And then only thing we need to do is make this invisible, so not visible but still collidable. So now it looks like we're like walking on the staircase, and this is like how like you would do normally in video games. Like if a character has trouble with walking around the staircase. Now, nowadays in the game industry, like they already have better animation going on, so they're already working on that like right now. But like you see that like in certain games, like an MMOs for example, and RPG games, where they do not really have like sometimes pay much attention to like the animation of the legs, for example. This is the best solution to do. Just make an invisible collision, so it looks like the Mega Pinwin is still walking on it, but he's actually not. So yeah, I think that we are done. We have a little bit of upgrades in here as well, so the environment is a little bit more rich. Now I am still thinking for like this place is still too dark, right? This is like a really dark place. What I can do is make like a little of a lantern happening. Now I do have a lantern. I do have it. How many? We are 50 minutes in this video. I could do this one quickly, and then we're going to close this down. I need to go back into my normal lights, and I do have. We can or use this one here. I have one over here. Like this one we can use. There we go. Going outside of that group. This is something that we can use for like so. Yeah, he is I'm not sure if this is like a good solution, but I think what we can do is just like let me see in the studio light. Yeah, I think this is maybe and then also one over here. So we have like two of these lanterns going on. I think that is totally fine. And invisible. Oh, right. The reason why we cannot like select that is because it has door sounds, doors. So I need the room glow off. Like we don't wanna have this keyframed. And glow on. There we go. So now we should be able. There we go. Now they are lit up again. I mean, this is a way to do it. think this is too bright. I think the best solution is just like using the diffuse light. For this. Let's do it closer to the... Make it big enough. And change, of course, a little bit of the color to reds. So they match with maybe doing that with this one as well. So now we have like light, at least in that darker area. I also need to do that they are a little bit of like moving in the wind as well, so they're not like very static into the environment. But I will do that not in this video, but just off stream. Here we go again. So let's see how it looks. Go over there. Oh, right. Yeah, they are movable. Let me turn that off for now. I forgot about that. I also thinking to maybe make a skip button on this part if people don't like to watch the intro. I mean, it's not that like the intro is like what is like 5 seconds, so people should not like get annoyed by it. But I think I think I want to like do like a skip button at least. I can hold to skip button. So for example, like more for like replayability, like for people that like replaying the scene and want to collect all the stuff. Now I have something funny, is that like I added like actually completed scans and pedals found, the total ones. It says now like total 14 and total 21. Probably if you're going to play this, you might have a little bit more than this, because I'm still working on to add more props to scan around. You only need 10 to open a portal, but if you want to have more lore about Aria, if you want to know more about Japanese culture, you can just like scan a little bit more items around. Okay, I think I like this. Yeah, it's very moody. It's this is very moody, so I do really like this a lot. I think I'm going to make them still like movable, and so they like this, like the lanterns here, that they just like blowing a little bit in the wind, to make it more believable that you are outside. Now they're just like very static and not like moving or anything, so I just have to do that as well. It's almost 60 minutes, almost an hour into this video. I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you liked the grade that I was making, the Sculpt video. Hope you learned something about it. I really also hope that you like the Mega Penguin level that I'm making. So if you want to like scan the environment and see some secrets around, there are some secrets around here. So yeah, just like play this and learn a bit more about Japanese culture. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye!